Dirk Nowitzki, 99 close shot and 99 post control. And no, we're not using these stats for post hook cheese. It's actually not even strong this year if we wanted to. We're here for a fun build, a recreation of the 7-footer from Germany, the definition of a pure post specialist. I got the build, I got the gameplay, but let's start with the inspiration. Championships. The root of many discussions between basketball fans making their case for who's greater than who. People got their takes on who belongs on Mount Rushmore, and I won't waste your time arguing who's on mine. But what I will say, and I think most will agree, no two championships are the same. Some matter more. They carry more weight, feel more important. The story of how a team earns the opportunity to raise the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the season absolutely plays a factor in their legacy. Some legends form super teams to get theirs. And don't get me wrong, I'm still calling them legends. But you want to talk about a hero? In 2011, Dirk carried his team to one of the toughest rings as a lone superstar against the league's best talent at the time. A young and talented Portland Trailblazers squad was picked by many analysts to upset the oldest team in the league. The Los Angeles Lakers returned fully loaded and prepared to defend their championship from the previous year. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden on the same team. Again, the younger, more athletic team seems to be the pick for analysts. And finally, the infamous Big Three, who won the first game of the series and are up 15 points with 7 minutes left in Game 2, ready to take control and go up 2-0. Until the Mavs go on a 20-5 run, setting up this moment right here.
They put Bosch on NOWITZKI on this possession.
7 to shoot. NOWITZKI drives with underneath lefty layup, banks it in with 3.6 remaining. Dallas has tied the finals with one of the most incredible comebacks in NBA Finals history.
You know the rest. Dallas, led by Dirk Nowitzki, took care of business and earned themselves the first and only championship in franchise history. And it was a legendary run. In the playoffs, Dirk averaged 27.7 points, 8.1 boards, and 2.5 assists on 48% from the field, 46% from behind the arc, and 94% at the free throw line. And he delivered when it mattered most. In 50 minutes of clutch time throughout this run, he recorded 66 points on 77% true shooting, going 15 for 28 on field goals and an absurd 33 for 34 at the free throw line. This was Dirk's redemption after losing to Dwayne Wade and the Heat back in 2006. They had to go through 8 future Hall of Famers along the way, an underdog story for the ages. One championship run that cemented his legacy among the greats. Say hello to 2011 Dirk in NBA 2K25. The ultimate post-up threat with a size advantage on most matchups, legend post badges, and of course all of Dirk's animations. Let me show you the build. Power forward, 7 foot tall, 230, 7 foot wingspan. And I already put in all the attributes that matter for post scoring, so we can jump straight into what makes this build so damn fun. 99 close shot and 99 post control for all the legend badges in the post, except for gold post powerhouse, which is still at a nice spot. Gold unpluckable is a great bonus, and then we get gold deadeye and Hall of Fame set shot to go along with an 85 3-point rating for bronze limitless. The 94 midi is super important because this gets us those legend post fades, which is obviously what made Dirk so special. This is the tallest you can make a player and still get that rating, and then we can also max +1 deadeye to Hoff so that we can be as bold as you could possibly be when it comes to shooting over defenders in the post. Playing on this build has been a breath of fresh air for me. If you happen to catch my last video, I did an ultimate post guide for all heights, and I've been in the lab working on all my favorite setups with Dirk. It all starts with the post fade being the #1 thing that the defender's worried about. I messed around with Dirk's animations for a bit, but lately I've been really liking Luka's fade the most. It's such a quick turnaround, creates a lot of space the way he leans back, and of course it's still that signature one leg fade. He also keeps the ball high, and standing at 7 feet with all the badges we got, I hit these consistently regardless of the coverage. But we're just getting started. Dirk's post hops are another great way to create separation, and this one is just hilarious. The long setup baits the defender into jumping almost every time, so that's when we get to use our legend paint prodigy for easy step throughs or free throws. Although I got a bunch of clips with this move, I won't spend too much time here because we already covered this in our post guide video, so check that out if you want to see more of my favorite moves, and keep an eye out for part 2. I also put on Jokic's hooks because I like this animation, but honestly, even with legend hook specialist and 99 close shot, they're just god-awful this year, so I wouldn't rely on these too much. Now I went high on the driving layup, 90 for gold physical finisher, and that's because if you go back and watch that finals run, Dirk had that clutch layup in game 2 we saw earlier, but also in game 4 and at the end of game 6 to secure the ring. So I think this was fitting, but also because I believe that this rating matters more on your step throughs than the close shot. Now that's 2 strikes against close shot, and at this point you might be thinking, is that 99 close shot really worth it? Legend Paint Prodigy seems to be all we're getting out of it, pretty costly for just 1 badge. Well, it's hard to say. I wanted as much of an advantage in the post as possible with no room to question, so I did it on my version, but of course you could tweak it. I do think it kicks in on and ones, and shooting post fades closer to the basket, so I gotta have it at a nice spot for my Dirk build. But if you don't think 99's worth it, you'd probably be fine going as low as 92. Now with the rest of the finishing, we get a couple dunk animations at 50, and bronze rise up at 72 standing dunk. Obviously Dirk wasn't known for posterizing everyone, but it's nice to at least be able to get up there in an open lane. See how he bites on the stunt right here? That's because the post spin is a real threat they gotta worry about since we have Legend Post Up Poet, so I mix it up between attacking the basket on post spins and leaning back for fades. We're gonna cap break the most expensive attributes, so that would be +3 to close shot and +5 on post control. Now we got a lot more attributes to balance the rest of the build, and I'll just run through it real quick. 85 pass accuracy for the badges you see here, and this is a really nice part of the build too because we can make reads when they load up on us in the post. 50 ball handle is tied to that, and then 40 speed with ball for normal dribble style. 85 interior D for silver post lock and gold off ball pest, 62 perimeter D for bronze immovable, 40 steal because that button doesn't work on my controller, and 74 block for bronze paint patroller and high flying denier. 80 O board and 85 D board for gold box out beast and silver rebound chaser, and then we got maxed out speed and agility to help us move around the court as the power forward. 86 strength gets us gold post powerhouse, 63 vert for bronze pogo, and finally 92 free throw because Dirk set a playoff record during that 2011 run against the Thunder in game 1, going 24 for 24 from the line. Absolutely nuts, and I think this is a fitting way to round out the build. Of course for our takeover, we're going with Lost Art for deep post bag to fully lean into this playstyle, and here you can see me take advantage of that with the fake, funky little step through for the clutch bucket to help seal the game. Shades of the man himself, and we're a 2-way 3-level scorer. Put 1 cap breaker on pass hack and you can change it to 2-way diming 3-level scorer. And once I get one more, I'll put it on pass hack again for gold break starter. Now I want to talk about the role you would play with this build. For a 7-footer, the rebounding is honestly pretty weak because we have a minimum wingspan and really low vert. This is Dirk, so although it's pretty accurate, if you're against a max wingspan center with 85 vert, obviously they're going to sky over you. So I would really advise staying at the 4, and your role is to get your team timely buckets. You'll see what I'm talking about in this gameplay. So we're matched up against decent competition, a couple purple plates and the rest gold, and I had a slow start in this one. First game trying out a new jump shot, so I'm bricking, but finally got to the Jokic post hook and ended the first quarter with only 2 points. My slump continued into the second, so I had to just get going with something easy. Set him up with the slow Dirk post hop, got my defender up in the air, and now I'm on my way to the line for a couple free points. Next possession, same side, quick post up, but now he's thinking about coming up to defend the fade, so I just get by with legend post up poet for the easy dunk. Now in the third, I'm starting to feel myself a little bit, and we got this dude on an island again. So I set up the post hop, shoulder fake this time, and lean back for that signature Dirk fade. We got a comfortable 10-point lead now, and these are the type of shots that impact the momentum of a game. As the power forward, I'm not demanding the rock on every possession, but I am a post-up specialist that you can rely on for moments that can swing the game. But we actually end up blowing our lead, so now down 2 in the fourth, my defender falls asleep, and of course we can also spot up. Now their point guard's going to mess up with back-to-back turnovers here, so this is a moment where we could really capitalize. I know they're feeling desperate after 2 costly mistakes, so I tell my point guard, let's go, hey, hit me in the post, they're going to jump, 100% they're going to jump. I'm going to cash the ball at the top of the key, hit him with the shimmy, get him up, and that's just a beautiful step through. That one should have sealed it, honestly, but they bring it back down to a 1-point deficit, so on the final play here, Malik stays patient and hits a wide open Dirk in the corner to put the kids to sleep. So this wasn't a crazy stat line type of gameplay, but I chose it specifically to show you guys the type of role you can play with this build in a 5v5 setting. With the ratings we have and Hall of Fame set shot, at the very least, you're an elite spot-up threat. And I should have had a much more efficient game if I had already adjusted to the new jump shot, but when you develop a little post bag for yourself, you can call your number in key moments, and most people playing this game aren't used to defending post players. Here are the animations I've been using lately. I was also using Dirk's actual jumper for a while, and I just sped it up as fast as you can, but but this is the jump shot I use in that gameplay. I actually think I like Dirk shot better, so I recently switched back, but I know it's too slow for most people. We also got a couple dunk animations here, so don't forget that. Now, if you want a lower close shot version, it kind of depends on how many cap breakers you have, but if it were me, I'd probably do something like this. +5 on post control like before, but now we can use our cap breakers on mid-range instead of close shot, which opens up a lot more room for some much needed vertical. You could bring that block up to 78 for silver high flyer, and then I would put 1 point on pass act so that when I hit vet 2, we could add +5 for Hall of Fame break starter. But another option would be +5 to strength for gold brick wall if you prefer that instead, and that's probably what I'll do on my version with 99 close shot. On this one, we don't get shades of Dirk, but I'll leave it up to you. Check out that guide if you want to learn some more post moves. Like I said, I got part 2 on the way, and I also been working on a Jokic build, requested by a good handful of you, so keep an eye out for that as well if you want to see my take on another European big. Playing 2s in the theater with Dirk has been a fun way to continue developing my post game, but as I said earlier, we aren't anything special when it comes to snagging boards. So it's inevitable that we run into the typical 99-0 board big and 99 speed, 99 3-point guards running back and forth, corny, and this build can really struggle against that. But my Jokic build is a little more meta, and I can still get to a lot of the same moves you guys see me do with Dirk. I'm excited to share that one with y'all, so stay tuned. Feel free to subscribe and help support the channel. Drop a like if you enjoyed this one. I made way more builds this year than any other 2K, and I've been hooping a lot with Dirk lately because posting up is my favorite way to play the game. I've also been thinking about posting more gameplay, so please leave a comment if you would watch that. And if there's any specific build you want to see, let me know. If you made it to this point, I appreciate you taking the time. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.